Good morning, guys. Am I audible to everyone? Good morning, all. Am I audible to everyone? Just to ping me in the chat box. Am I audible to you people? Am I audible to everyone? Yeah, just tell me what was the last topic which we have discussed. It was just a internet fluctuation, that's all. Yeah, please tell me what was the last topic. The last topic what we have discussed, can you people please tell? Types of inheritance. Okay, fine. Thank you. Okay. Did we started with any programs on that, or did I just inheritance mechanism? Okay, fine. I would just okay. I'm just preparing up a platform here. Just mentioned about the types. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for the details. Yeah, just watch it here. I would again just like to write types of inheritance. So first is single level inheritance. Next is multi-level inheritance. Next would be multiple inheritance. Next would be hierarchical inheritance. Next one happens to be the most important one, that is hybrid inheritance. Next one happens to be cyclic inheritance. I hope all this you people would have listed up yesterday. I have given you these types if I am not wrong. Correct? Yeah. Fine then. We shall take up the different levels of inheritance one by one. We shall deal with it. So take the heading as single level inheritance in your book, and we shall see some examples, and we shall see. I mean, if we shall try to finish up all these types of inheritance through some simple programs for the day. Yeah. Now watch it, my friends. I will show it to you the meaning of what a single level inheritance is. Just observe here, and I will dictate a point also on that. Maybe diagram will be here. The meaning of inheritance already you know. Just watch it. Inheritance meaning is take the property, use it, and also extend it. See, I'm just here. This is one parent. I mean, this is one class, and this is one more class. What I would do is I would just tell this is one parent. I mean, this is one class. I will tell it as parent class for some reasons. And I will also tell here there is one more class called child class. I would just come over here and I would like to keep. This is one more which I would like to keep. I would like to draw an arrow over here. I would like to draw a line over here like this. Yeah, my friends, you just tell me here the amount of transfer or the amount of attributes behaviors will be transferred to how many class down the ladder in the from this level, from the parent class to how many levels it is being transferred, to how many levels it is transferred to only one. Like this, if the transformation happens, that itself is called a single level inheritance. I would just like to close this. I will show you the diagram, no need to worry. I would just write the definition of a single level inheritance. I would just tell the process of how can I frame a definition, or I would just tell the concept of inheriting the members of one class into another class at a single level is called single level inheritance. Now one more point I would like to write. During inheritance, the members of parent class will be available to the child class directly. What is the meaning? It is quite simple. Once I start with the program, you will get to know what I had spoken there. Of course, I would wait a minute. Yeah, just watch here. I would just tell class, I will tell parent, and in the parent class, what I will do is I would just tell m1 and I will tell print parent method. I hope you people can easily answer these questions, not that difficult. I would just tell class child, and this is a part of my parent. I would just tell def m2, and here I will tell print child method. The meaning of the second statement is what I am writing. You tell me now to how many different levels the members of the parent is getting reached to. It is getting reached to only one child, so it is called a single level, only one child. And now watch. I would like to create an object of my child class, and I will tell child dot m1, and I would again tell it is child dot m2. Of course, it is lowercase c. Wait a minute. I would just tell step 1 creation of child object. This is the first step. Second step is this, using child object accessing the attributes of parent. Tell me, my friends, can this be possible? Child.m1 is a method which had come from the parent. Can we access it? Yes, that itself is actually called as code reusability. Code reusability. Of course, many of my audience will be thinking about your Java part, and you will think, sir, what if I write private here? That will not be accessible. What if I write protected here? Of course, if you move out of the module, then how it will be accessible? Those dilemmas and all don't bring in here. Just try to understand in the same flow as how I am teaching. I will only bring in attributes, making it as private protected. At that time, I will discuss on all this, and you will only tell what the answer for all those. And here I would just tell using child object, accessing the attributes of child. My friends, please watch this one. I will tell child dot m3. Now my friends, tell me what will happen now. Using the child object, you're trying to access m3. Please carefully watch it, how the things goes. I will tell. Carefully you should analyze from this example itself. What is the method you are trying to call there? M3 is the method which you are trying to call. Using what reference? Child reference. My PVM always gives the preference first to the child object only, because using that object on whom you are invoking, that only it will give first preference. Oh, M3 is it available here? No. Immediately it will not throw error. It will check who is its parent. Obviously, if it is a parent, while running up that M3, if it was there in the parent, it would have reached here. But tell me, is the method M3 available here? No. If it is not available there, it is during that time it would tell it as attribute error, because it tries to find that attribute and that attribute didn't found. I will tell attribute error, M3 not found. I hope I'm clear here. Just I will write one thing here by putting up the command. I hope I'm completely clear there. Yeah, I would repeat the rules. When you make a call to the method using the object, first it will check in the corresponding class if it is available. If it is not available, it will check whether there is any relationship between, I mean, whether the child is taking up any behaviors from its top level classes or not. If it is taking up, obviously that method should be available here. Even then, if it is not available, then PVM will scold it as attribute error. I would just like to run this code to you people and I will show. I would just come over here. Yeah, please carefully notice. Please observe. Parent method, child method called. But last time what it has seen is, you can notice it is an attribute error, because child has, object has no attribute, that M3. M3 is not able to find in child, because the parent also didn't give, child also is not having up, due to which it has thrown that error. So first quickly what I would advise you people to write is this, followed by the diagram and then that program. Be very quick in writing it up. I hope it is done, guys. Every one of you would have copied, I would assume. Yeah, great. So next up, we shall see what is this multi-level inheritance. Just watch it. I would like to tell the meaning of multi-level inheritance. How does the things goes here? Just observe. I would just like to just write it up in a little bit different way. The same thing. Just watch it, my friends. I would just like to. Okay. Just watch it. I would like to write one more class here where I will tell the class name something in this type. I will tell this as grandparent. And you people know how the property gets divided. You know that how the property would be given from its grandparent to its parent, and then from their parent to the corresponding child. Same way here also it is same. I would just like to represent it in this style. That's all. Wait, I would just like to take this arrow a little bit further up. Just I want a quick response, my friends. Looking at this diagram, you should tell whatever properties the grandparent has, can his can not his child can he access? Means the meaning is very simple. If he is a grandparent, very simple. If he is a grandparent, obviously it will come to the parent. If it comes to the parent, obviously child class can access. And in that also, just watch it. How it comes, if you ask, please understand. Immediately it will not be coming to the child. Immediately it will not coming to the second layer or the bottom layer child. From the grandparent, the data has to move to parent, and from the parent. So while framing a definition, I can easily classes to a single class with the concept of one after the other. What does it mean? From here it will go to here, from here it will go to here, like that. This is the most important thing. Multi-level and multiple, you will be getting disturbed. Multi-level means by level by level, level by level, it will reach to a child. That is the meaning. So I would just like to formulate a definition here. I would tell the concept of inheriting members of not one class, multiple class, multiple class into multiple class into single class at here. What I would do is I would just tell concept of inheriting members of multiple class into single class with the concept of one after the other, one after another is called as multi-level inheritance. I hope I am clear. It is I mean, in the diagram, if you see, it is very simple. One class is there, to the other class it will go, next to the other class it will go. Now if you see that the bottommost level class, it would have got the properties from multiple classes of its relation. That is the meaning. And during inheritance, again here the members of parent class will be available to the child directly. This line is not required now. I hope I am clear. And now watch it, my friends. Now just watch it. What I will do here, I would show Here I will make it as grandparent. Here I would just make it as parent. Here I will make it as grandparent. Now watch. I will tell class child for this parent. And here I will tell def. My friends, you should only answer now. How many attributes will be there with respect to this child? Can anyone tell how many attributes will be there with respect to this child? Attributes. Yeah. From the inheritance part, I would like to get M1. He would have got it from grandparent. Next. That is with respect to M1. M2, he would have got it from his parent. From his parent. And this is child specific one. So M2 from grandparent. Now try to answer, my friends, here. To the child class, how many methods are available? How many attributes? M1, M2 will be available from his grandparent and parent. And M3 will be for I mean, M3 it is his own thing. Now watch. All this can I do it, my friends? No. All this can I do? All this, is it a legal one? All this, is it illegal? Watch it. I would just tell using a child object, accessing the attribute of the child. So here, using the child object, accessing the attributes of grandparent. Using the child object, accessing the properties of parent. And now it is with respect to child. I hope you will never get a problem of attribute error here. I would just go and I would just execute it. Just watch it, my friends. Can you notice? Grandparent method also the child can access. His method also, I mean, the parent method also he can access, and the child method also he can access. Just wait a minute. Just wait a minute. I just wanted to tell the definition of it properly because that is very important. They will try to confuse you in the interview on asking of the questions like this. I would like to read this concept of inheriting the members of multiple class into single class with the concept of, please tell me how is that getting inherited? Concept of one after the another, not simultaneously. Simultaneously, it is not happening. One after the other. From the grandparent, your parent has got. From your parent, that is you. You being a child of your father properties also you will get, and his father properties also you will get. How? One after the other. This line is very important. I mean, this word is very important. One after another, not simultaneously. One after the another. Simultaneously means multiple. I hope I am completely clear. Anybody has any confusion in this, my friends? I don't think so. You will get a confusion because few people also would expect the same thing from your father. Not only his property you want, his father's property also you would be expecting. Anyways, just be quick in writing it up. If it is done, I can move on. Just watch this. Just watch this. Okay. Just notice it, my friends, here. This is actually the rarest of the rarest case. Like this, the property getting distributed. Normally, this is how the things are. See, how many children this grandparent had? How many children he had? This grandparent, how many children he had? Direct children from his blood. Direct children. Only one. Oh, only one. If it is like that, no problem. But normally, our hierarchical relationship, it would never be one. It will be more than one always. Now watch. Now just watch it. Now from this grandparent, I will tell not only one children the grandparent had. I would tell he has two parents. I mean, sorry, two childrens. Now watch what I will do. Please notice it. I would just tell this is that, or I would just write it like this. I would tell first child of that particular parent. I would just tell second child. I would just highlight this. Now notice, my friends, whatever property he has, tell me, can that parent, can that fellow, can he give it only to his first child? Can he give only to his second child? Tell me, how should the attributes be divided there? It should be divided for both at the same level, at the same level. So what I will do, I would just, it should be given to both. Yeah, it should be given to both. Otherwise, people will not keep quiet. See, it is given to him also. Now what? It should be shared for both. Yeah, I got an answer. It should be shared for both. Now watch it. Now this fellow also, what he will do is he will have his own child. He also get married children. He also has. Now watch. For the first child, this is the child. For his thing, for him he is the parent, but for him this is the first child. Wait a minute. And maybe I just think this is one more. Yeah, I would first draw an arrow there. So he is the child of this fellow, and I will tell this is one more child of this fellow, and I will tell only one child for him. I would just like to ask you a simple question here without complicating the things. I would just tell child class. Here I will tell second child. I would just tell first child for him. Now try to answer, my friends. Everyone should answer. Everyone. I want an answer from everyone. If you're, I mean, not that intelligent enough, also you can answer it. It is not that difficult to answer this simple question. Whatever properties grandparent had, whatever properties grandparent had, every property did the childs which are available at this level, will they get? Every property whatever the grandparent had, will they get here at this level? No. Obviously the property gets shared. Yes, because here only the division has happened. This is for first child, this is for second child, and then whatever he got it from his grandparent and his own properties will be given to this. Again the division is happening here. Of course here only one child, I don't know for what reason he has only one child. For that reason maybe that property whatever he has got, everything he will get it up with some enhancement. And now like this, if you are writing up a program in your thing, we call this as what type of inheritance? Any guess? It is called as hierarchical inheritance, because on the basis of hierarchy only you will get up the properties, you will get up the attributes, you will get up the behaviors. In general members you will get it. Sir, now what is the definition? Very simple. Concept of inheriting members from one class to another class. Concept of inheriting members from one class to, please observe, multiple classes. Inheriting members from one class to multiple classes present at the same level. Here only it should be there. He cannot come and give the properties to him directly. No. Concept of inheriting members from one class into multiple classes present at the same level. I would like to show it to you. It is present at the same level. Please notice it is present at the same level. I hope I am clear there. So I would like to frame a definition now by going here. Of course, it is hierarchical. I would just tell like this. I would tell the concept of inheriting the members of one class to multiple classes present at the same level is called hierarchical inheritance. I hope I am completely clear here. What is the meaning if you ask? There will be one parent. For him, two childrens, if I have, all the attributes will be shared to those two children. Not all. Some of them will be given to him, some of them will be given to him. It is something like that. I hope I am completely clear there, no confusion. Yes, I would like to write up a code there. I would just tell class parent def m1. I will tell print inside m1 method. I would just tell he has two children. I will tell parent, or here I will tell first child. Just watch it, my friends, how it goes. I will tell m2 print child method. For I would just tell first child method. Parent method. This is the first one. I will tell class second child and common parent. I will tell def m3 print second child method. My friends, please observe, this m1 method will be shared to first child and second child. Of course, that depends on how well you keep up your modifiers here. Of course, for timing, I have not spoken about modifier, but try to analyze and tell me the code of this. I mean, what is the output of this code? What I will do is I will create an object of my first child. Tell me, with respect to first child, can he access m1 method? Quickly tell, can we access? Yeah, I would just tell like this. Yes, parent attribute you're trying to access. Yes, it is given up. Just watch this one, my friends. I will tell fc dot m2. Is this been done? Can we access this one? M2, M2. Yeah, please observe M2. M2, it's a method belonging to his father. Yes, this child, I mean this child can access. Now answer. I would like to accessing the attributes of first child. A last one, can it be done? Even though they are siblings here, if you carefully notice. Uh, One parent, two children's, but properties associated with the children to children, that shareability is not there because his blood is different, his blood is different. That is how they react. So, what is the output here? If you ask me, I would just tell attribute error. I would just like to run the code and you can notice. Wait a minute. Please tell me here what are the attributes. You will get it up. This is from the parent. Of course, I will tell attributes M1 from parent and M3 is a specific attribute. I mean, there's a specific thing with respect to that. Now, with respect to first child, what things are accessible if you ask M1 and M2 only, but he cannot access M3 because M3 is an attribute belonging to the second child. That is not possible. That is what I would like to show it here. Can you people notice? The first child object has no attribute called M3 because it belongs to a second child. Why it belongs to second child? Because it is an attribute belonging to him specifically. With his own effort, he has made the money. That money can't be given to his sibling. That is not possible. If it was a part of parent, yes, it was divided. I hope I'm clear there. I want you people to write this one. Be quick. First, take the definition of hierarchy here. Write it. Be quick. Can I proceed, my friends? Explain main method once again. You have created the, see the comments. If you read the comments, that only will give you an explanation. In this line, I have created the object of my first child. Okay. Next, using the first child, you are trying to access up a method m1, and go and check in the first child, do you have m1 method? Yes, you got it from the parent, so method will be called. Next, you're trying to access up the attributes of a first child, means you're trying to access m2. Go and check in the first child, do you have m2? Yes, it is there. Next, you're going and accessing up m3, and this is m3 is an attribute belonging not to the first child, it belongs to a second child. So if you go and check here, only two attributes are available, m1 and m2, belonging to the first child. Since m3 is not here, your pvm will tell it is not possible. That's all. Now watch the most important one. I would just like to do this. I would just clear up all my drawings. Now watch it. Wait a minute. Just observe. I would tell one parent, or if I just tell it as one parent, it won't make sense. Now watch. I will tell this is one parent. I would just tell this is one more parent. I would tell this is one more parent. Now if you closely observe, please notice, I will tell three classes are there. I would just tell this is my child. I will tell this is one child class. I would just like to keep here. I will tell first parent, or parent. I will tell first parent only. I will tell. I will tell second parent. I would just tell third parent. I would just like to keep it here. I would like to keep it here. I would like to keep it here. Of course, to this level I will keep, and let my child be here. And now observe the thing. And this is my parent. I would just tell this is the next parent. Now, my friends, you please be very quick in answering it up. With respect to this child class, how many parents are there? 3. Now, the meaning is very simple. One child, but multiple parent properties if you try to bring in. This itself, we technically call it as. Any answers from your end? What do we call this as? Can I tell? Multiple inheritance? Because you are trying to bring in multiple classes properties into a single class. You think and answer. In Java, through classes, can you achieve multiple inheritance? Through classes, it is not possible. But can we do it through interface? Interface. Can we do it through interface? Yes. Yeah, it can be done through interface. Now, in Python, is it possible or not? We shall check it out. I would first frame a definition. Multiple inheritance. The concept of inheriting the members of, I will tell, multiple parent class to a single class. is called multiple inheritance. Yeah, please observe, multiple inheritance means the concept of inheriting the members of multiple parent classes to a single class. Multiple parents class into a single class is called multiple inheritance. Here it is not one parent, two children. Multiple parent, one children. This is the hierarchy. Now watch. I would like to write up a code on this. This is very important. Try to get it up. This is the first parent. I will tell this is the second parent. Let there be two parents sufficient. And here what I will do is I will tell class child. I would just tell first parent, second parent, because two things. And here I will tell def m2 print child method. And here I will tell child, and I will tell child dot m1 creating an object of child class. I will tell like this, creating an using the attributes of child method accessing the attribute. My friends, you just try to understand this. How to correlate this multiple inheritance with a real-time example? Yeah, I will give it to you. That can be done only in project scenarios. Those scenarios, if I tell 100%, you will not be in a position to understand, but I will try my level best. Just watch. Now watch. This is one class, and it is this class which contains one method called m1. The second class, it also contains one method called m1. Two classes. This is one class, this is one class, this class is one method, this class is one method. We cannot tell the constraint to this first parent developer that, hey, you are writing up m1 method, please don't write, because one more class is writing up the same method name. Like that we cannot tell. But what am I trying to do it with this child is I'm trying to tell, take the properties from the first parent also, take the properties from second parent also, and then I'm trying to write up one more method. This one method I will change, make it as m2 method. And now try to answer this here, my friends. How many attributes it would have received here? Assuming that it is applicable, how many attributes it would have received? M1 from first child. Next, same M1, second child. But try to answer this. If you are really smart enough, you try to answer. Tell me here, how many M1 methods are available? How many M1 methods are available for a child? Two M1 method, one M2 method. It is for I mean to say, it is M2 method which belongs to him, his own method. Two M1 method. Now through the child object, if I try to make a call to M1 method, 100% the compiler will be confused. Yes or no? Normally, you have two methods with the same name, and just if I call that for name, obviously it would result in a confusion. That which would result in a confusion. Yes, But my Python compiler is such a smart compiler where it will not be confused. Why? Because it will never make a call to the method depending upon the name. If there are multiple methods with the same name, while calling up the method, it will never get confused. Why? Because it will refer to the order in which you have inherited. Tell me in which order you have inherited. You first give a chance to first parent and then you give a chance to second parent. So when two methods are there called M1 and M1, my compiler will tell, oh, programmer is trying to give me a confusion, but I will not get confused because compiler software they have designed, the Python developers have designed in such a way that when that ambiguity arises, it would always check for the order in which it got inherited. Tell me, what is the first class to get inherited to this child? First parent. So immediately he give a chance for first parent, and first parent M1 method gets called. Sir, really, is that the case? Yes, it remains same in even in your in the interface also. Watch it. In your Java interfaces I am talking of. Just notice the order in which you have inherited, it is in that order, it gives a preference. Please notice M1 method of whom it called first parent. Why? Why? Because while inheriting, you only told the first parent methods are only important to me, so give a chance to him, like that you told. Now watch. Yeah. It has inherited two methods. It has inherited two methods. Wait, I will show it to you. Wait a minute. And now I will change the order. You please tell me now. You please tell me now. To whom have you given up a priority while inheriting? To whom have you given up a priority while inheriting? Please tell. Second. Now watch it. I would just tell like this. So now what should be the output? When you make a call to the method called M1 of your child, in the child two M1 are there. When the ambiguity arises, compiler will not be confused. It will see the order in which you have inherited. In that order only the method gets called. Watch it. Now tell me, which method is getting called there? Second parent method. I hope there is no confusion here. And if you ask, I would actually tell one point here, telling multiple inheritance, is it supported in Python through the help of classes also? Does it supports? Yes. Whenever ambiguity arises in case of multiple inheritance, how will the problem be resolved? The problem will be resolved on the order of inheritance with respect to a particular child. In whichever order you gave, in that order only it will inherit. I hope I am clear. I would like to add one point here. I will tell multiple is supported in Python through classes. To resolve the ambiguity problem, Python, while making a call to the method, it makes use of inheritance order. Based on the order of inheritance, the call would be made for the methods. I would just set an example here. So here, preference for P1. That is what I had shown there as an example, live example. Tell me here, my friends, to whom will the preference be given? I hope I am completely clear here. No confusion. Just read this statement. You will get to know what I am trying to talk. I would just like to summarize that, what I have done. Just read. I would read it. The concept of inheriting the members of multiple parent class to a single class is called multiple inheritance. You can see it there, multiple parent but only one child. In case of multiple inheritance in Python, yes, it is supported. When the problem of ambiguity arises, Python will make a call. Python will make a call to resolve the ambiguity problem. Python, while making a call to the method, it makes use of inheritance order. Based on the order of inheritance, the call will be made for the ambiguity methods. For the ambiguity methods. For example, child of P1 comma P2. Now, if the ambiguity is arising, it will take the preferences for P1. In this case, preferences for P2. I hope I am completely clear here. No confusion. First, be quick in writing of this. In Java, it is not possible. Only in Python, it is possible. In Java, through classes, yes, you can do it up. Sorry, in Java, through interface, you can do it up. And in the interface, also same thing, my friends. When your interface trying to implement, I mean, when your class trying to implement two interfaces, to the class, the method will come in the order only. If already, if the in P1 interface, if you have that method from the P2, it will not take. That is how it comes. But here, both will be there, depending upon the way, whichever you want, you can call. In Java also, maybe in JDK 14 or 15, maybe JDK 14, I have checked it out, it is not there. In 15 or 16, or at least by JDK 20, they will come up with this multiple inheritance also, because in the IT, the demand is there for multiple inheritance also for project requirements. Anyways, it is a out of box answer which I am giving, it up, not required. Just be quick in writing it. Can I proceed, my friends? I hope even this diagram also you people would have wrote it. Previous code once more. Okay, just watch it then. I would just like to write a few things there. Just notice this one. Just notice this and try to tell what exactly I'm trying to do there. My friends, try to answer this. First, I will ask you a question. I will ask you a question. A, B, C, and D. A, B, C, and D. Tell me, A, B, C, and D forms what type of inheritance? Only A, B, C, and D. If it is there, what type of inheritance is it? I would just tell A, B, and C, D. What type of inheritance? Can I tell multiple? Okay. It is multiple inheritance. Okay. Now I would like to ask you this. Please tell me, by the combination of B only till D, what type of inheritance? From B, it is giving up to D, only till D. Very good. Single level. Okay. So I would just tell it is single level. You should answer this one now. Correctly, you think and answer. Don't immediately vomit your answer. I will tell from B it is gone to D. From D it has gone to E. From E it has gone to G. This one, what type of inheritance? Layer by layer it is moving up, or level by level it is moving. Can I tell it is multi-level? Okay, great. Multi-level. Okay. I would just like to keep that here, multi-level. Now try to answer this, my friends. Now from G, it had gone to H. From the same G, it had gone to I. This one, what type of inheritance, my guys? Property being shared. Always it comes up the hierarchy, hierarchical inheritance. I will tell hierarchical inheritance. I hope I am clear. It is called as hierarchical level inheritance. Yeah. You please tell me, my friends, now, if all these combinations, if you achieve it in a single one, if all this combination, if you try to bring it in one inheritance, one complete combination of all the classes, that itself is actually called as hybrid inheritance. I hope I'm completely clear there. Sir, what is the definition for an hybrid inheritance? Very simple. Hybrid means it refers to mixing. Hybrid means it refers to mixing. So I will tell process of bringing up all the different types of inheritance in single inheritance, in single part. That itself is called as hybrid inheritance. I hope I am clear. What you can do is just be very quick in writing up this diagram, as well as that point you write it up, whatever I have written here to the left. That itself will actually tell you why it is called as hybrid. Please be very quick, my friends. Be very quick. My friends, can you see these points, whatever I have written here? Can you see these points which I am highlighting now? Can you see these points? And did you people wrote this? Okay. Programmatically, we will see how it can be done. This one, not now. Programmatically, later on, we will see it up. One more type of inheritance is left out. That also I will try to bring in. Just watch it. I will tell I have one class. I have one class where the name of the class I will tell it as A class. Just for our understanding purpose, I have named the class as A class. Now watch it, my friend. What I will do, I will try to tell like this. For A class, the parent itself is A only. For A, who is the parent? If you ask, A itself is the parent. One more diagram. I will write. Watch it. There is one class called A. There's one more class here where I will call the class of where I will tell the class name as B for this one. I will call this as A class. I will call this as B class. This is A class. My friends, try to understand this one. If I ask you who is the parent of A, you will tell the parent of A is B. Wait a minute. Let the arrow come from the right direction. If you ask who is the parent of A, I will tell B is the parent of A. Now watch. If I ask you who is the parent of B, I will tell the parent of B is A. You tell me, my friends, really in practical scenarios, will we come across these type of scenarios? For A, the parent is B. For B, the parent is A. If both of them, if they're trying to relate each other among themselves, why two classes is required? Only one class is required. So I will tell this type of inheritance is called as cyclic inheritance. And programmatically cyclic inheritance is not required. I will tell you why. Please observe here. Why you will bring in inheritance actually? To get code reusability, to achieve code reusability and code extendability. Now watch. Tell me who is the parent of A here? The parent of A is A itself. When already you are the parent, you are having up everything. Why will you tell? I will try to inherit myself. Not required. Coming back to this example, you will tell I will be acting as parent to B. But now when I ask you, for you, who is the parent? B is the parent. Two things why you are getting it up. When you alone can do up multiple things, why you want to take the help of two classes? Whatever A has to do, A alone can do. But you are telling, no, B can do. Whatever B has to do, no, A can do. That is not, it is not required. And this is the reason in programmatic approach, either in Java or in Python or in .NET, whatever technology you move up, this type of inheritance is not permitted there. Now watch. I would like to go here and I will write one program there. Just watch it. I will tell class A. For A, who is the parent, my friends? A only. I would just tell pass. Please observe, I would like to just create an object of A class. Tell me, my friends, what might be the problem here? No. Not in Python. In any programming language, under the mechanism of oops, you go. It is not required. It will not be permitted at all. So if I try to run the code, it would result in name error. You can notice the error there. Can you people notice? It results in name error. Wait a minute. Hang on. One more example I would like to give. I will tell for A, who is the parent, my friend? B. Tell me, my friends, for B, who is the parent? You try to create the object of A or try to create the object of B. Here only it will result in an error. Please notice. Can you people notice? Name error, B not defined. Am I completely clear here, my friends, for everyone? Am I completely clear? So just take as take the example of cyclic inheritance, and what you can do is, wait a minute, two examples also you take it up. This is our example 1. This is our example 2. Be quick. Guys, is it done, everyone? Yeah. If it is done, what I can do is I would like to end up my session for the day here. Since tomorrow is Saturday, what I have planned is, as usual, we shall have our normal class as well as one extra class. We shall have it up in the evening session. So tomorrow you have two sessions. One is at 8 o'clock. The other one is at 3 o'clock or something like 3:30 or 4, something like that. We will have a class tomorrow and day after tomorrow also. Is it fine? And I will try to cover up as much as possible in this 4 slots, whatever I get. Thank you all. We shall all meet tomorrow. Thank you. Yeah. Hybrid program, it demands many things. That is the reason I didn't execute that code. Tomorrow's class, the first topic will be hybrid itself. On that, we have many programs. We will solve it up. Mathematical equations also, I will write on hybrid part and we will solve it up. Thank you.